Most respected dear family members, my pranams to you. Today we will be discussing on Nirukta Granthas. You know that for the last so many days we were discussing about Vedas, classification of Vedas, and the messages given in Vedas. And after the explanation of Vedas, we went through Brahmana Granthas, Brahminical literature. Using the Veda mantras, rituals are performed. How to perform the rituals? These are all given in Brahminical literature. After Brahmanas come the Aranyakas. Aranyaka is meant for Vanaprastha or Sannyasa. Those who have adopted Vanaprastha and Sannyasa, relinquishing from the social life, they have gone for Sannyasa, and for them the minimum facilities available around them should be utilized for performing the yagas and day-to-day rituals. These explanations are given in Aranyaka. So after Vedas, Brahmanas, after Brahmanas, Aranyaka, after Aranyaka comes Upanishad. Upanishads are also known as Vedantas because they are coming at the end of Vedas. They are the essence of Vedas. There are 108 Upanishads. In the order of their importance, if you are writing, you can see the first Upanishad will be Ishavasya Upanishad. 18 mantras are there. It is the part of Shukla Yajurveda, and other Upanishads are not part and parcel of the Vedas. They are either the parts of Brahmanas or parts of Aranyakas, or those Upanishads are independently written Upanishads. After Upanishads, I explained to you about Shiksha Grantha. So Shiksha Granthas means how to pronounce, how to chant Veda mantra, how to learn Veda mantra, where to learn, when to learn, how to learn, why to learn, and where to learn. All these questions are answered in Shiksha Grantha. Shiksha Grantha gives you the method of learning Veda mantra. This is a very cumbersome procedure to learn Veda mantra. It needs a Shruti in that. 10 Shrutis are there: Udatta, Anudatta, Swarida, Reba, Hraswa, Pracheya, Anunasika, Kamba, Dirgha, Kamba, Pluta. 10 Shrutis are there for Vedas. Learning Veda mantras very difficult, as you can understand that. So just one example. Apsome somo apraveda edandar vishwani bheshajaha agnincha vishwashambhuvam avascha vishwabheshajihi ava pranida bheshajam varudham tanve mama yokcha suryam indrashe idamava prabhada yatkinja duridam mayi yadvaham avidudroha yadvashyeva udanrutam apo adhyanvacarisham rasena samagasmahi prayaswan agna agahi. These are the ways in which Veda mantras are to be chanted. So this explanation is given in Shiksha Grantha. And now we will be coming to the Nirukta Grantha. It is explained. Nirukta explained. It can be called as encyclopedia of Sanskrit words. So Nirukta is the correct meaning of Nirukta. All whatever is needed is explained in Nirukta. Nothing is left out. Nothing is left out without explanation. So every message, how each word has developed, all these aspects are given in Nirukta. Say for example, when we say Prabhakara, Prabhakara means that particular system in which the whole celestial bodies are get illuminated. So that is sun. So the sun has got Prabhakara, Dinakara, who create the days. So like that you can see every word. Hridayam, we say Hridayam. How that particular word has evolved. Aharati iti hri, dadadi iti da, Ayati iti ayam. Hridayam, accepting, giving and circulating. Like that the word Hridayam has come. Samudra, samada dravate apa yatra bhavati tatra samudraha. Where the constant level, the always the permanent level of water exists, that particular system is known as samudra. So like this you can see every Sanskrit word has got Naigama Kanda, where Sanskrit words, its evolution, its message and its root are explained. Devata Kanda is there. All Vedic Devatas, they are the manifestation of the nature. Vedic deities means manifestation of nature. In Vedic deity comes the god sun. In Vedic deity comes air. Namaste Vayo. Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi. Tvameva pratyaksham brahma vadishyami. Ridam vadishyami. Satyam vadishyami. Tanmam avadu tadbhaktaram avadu. Avadu mam avadu bhaktaram. Namaste Vayo. Air is considered as a divine power, because without which nothing in this world can exist. Water is considered as a divine thing. Ima ava shiva sandhu shubhaha shuddhascha narmala pavana shitalascha pudaha suryasya rashmibihi. So this water is considered as the manifestation of divinity of the nature. Fire is also considered as the manifestation of divine power in nature. Namaste Agne Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ridam Vadishyami. So you can see everything in the nature. Everything in the nature is considered as the manifestation of divine power. So they themselves are being adored in Veda mantras. So every Veda mantra, it has got a deity in that, and also the name of the composer of that mantra is also given. Say for example, Gadino Vishwamitra Rishi, Mitro Devata. Mitro Devata, the Mitra Devata is being adored by Gadina Vishwamitra. Mitro Jananyadayati Bruvano Mitro Dhadara Pradivi Udadya Mitra Krishtena Nimisha Vijeshte Mitraya Havyam Gridamajyuhodha. This is a scientific explanation of the sun. S-U-N. The scientific explanation is given there. Like that, so many explanations are there. There the meaning and the messages are given in Nirukta Grinda. So all about Sanskrit languages are given in Nirukta. Particularly how each and every word has got evolved, composed, from which root this particular word has come. Say for example, Saraswati. Saraswati, the word comes from Sarasa. Sarasa means the one which is continuously flowing. The one which is continuously flowing. From that comes the Saraswati word. So the Vidya, knowledge should continuously follow. When I am talking to you, the word by word it should come continuously. If after one word, if I have to wait for 30 seconds for the next word, you will not understand anything. So the words, the thoughts, the action should follow, should flow continuously. That is why we call it Saraswati. Lakshmi. Lakshmi means glory, virtue, Aishwaryam in Sanskrit. So the word Lakshmi does not mean an individual or a human picture or figure or photo. It is nothing but a natural phenomena symbolized as a human being. Parvati. Parvatasya Vatyam Stri Parvati. It is the nature in another way explained through Parvati. So you can see Mahavishnu symbolically represented as all whatever is existing in the world. You can see Mahavishnu is lying on a serpent. The name of the serpent is Anandam. Anandam word means infinity, which does not have a beginning or a middle point or an end point. Nandam na madhyam na punastavadim na andam. End is not there, na madhyam, the midpoint is not there, and adi, it is not there. That is Anandam. That is the serpent on which Mahavishnu is lying. That serpent has got 5 hood. 5 hood means Panjabodha. Prithvi, Appa, Teja, Vayu, Akasha. Panjabhutas are utilized for composing the Prakriti. What is the word means Prakriti? Purakritam et tat straina bhavam Prakriti. That is which existing from time immemorial. That is what is called Prakritam, Purakritam, created in long back. Its feminine gender can be called as Prakriti. So nicely it is explained, Samskritam, gloriously processed. Sam means gloriously, Kritam means processed and evolved. Like this you can see every Sanskrit word has got a root. From the root how the correct word has come, in which all the Vedic deities are explained, all the natural phenomena are explained, and the names of many rishis have also come like that. Vishwamitra, what is the meaning? Mitra means friend, Vishwa means friend of the world. Vishwamitra. Like this, variety of names, variety of deities, variety of Sanskrit words, variety of phenomenon which is present in the nature. These are all explained right from the root from where they got evolved. That is explained by Yaskacharya. Yaskacharya in BC 300 or 400. Many people used to say that Gundart created the Nigandu, or English people created the encyclopedia or dictionary and so on. Far before English culture was evolved on the surface of the globe earth, thousands of years prior to that, Nigandu existed here. Many of the German scholars are taking Yaskacharya's Nigandu or Nirukta for refining the German language. Now some people are also using the Nirukta Grantha written by Yaskacharya for refining English language and many other languages. Why did I say like that now to you? Means even though it is an old Grantha, old literature, its impact, influence, use and utilization still continued. It is not a outdated literature. It can be used. Unfortunately, we are ignorant, and our ignorance we think as a blessing. Generally, we used to say that from darkness to light. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. But in every action, we pray Jyotirma tamaso gamaya. When we are ignorant, it helps us a lot because we can talk anything. If you are ignorant, you can talk anything. If you have got little knowledge, then you will have to be careful to talk something. So, most unfortunate thing what I feel daily life is that we are ignorant. That is a pardonable mistake. But we are ignorant that we are ignorant. That is an unpardonable mistake. That is the problem. Many atheists and so-called intellectuals, including those who have got Bharata Ratna, and in those who have got Jnanapeetham award, they are also falling now in the category of intellectuals. And whenever people criticize Vedas and Indian culture and Indian values, these people should express their views and they should give the correct message, but they never give it because many a times the so-called intellectuals and atheists are falling in the category of leftist. The leftists are born and brought up for criticizing India and Indian culture. So it is very natural that their blood contains everything against India. But to you I would like to say that even if you would like to criticize Indian culture, Indian values, the Vedas and Indian knowledge, Indian samskara and Indian culture, learn thoroughly, then only start criticizing it. Even if you want to criticize, there is no problem. You can criticize anything, you can appreciate anything, nobody is going to bother about it. But you do it after studying that. Many a times it happens that those who are ignorant, those who do not have any hesitation, those who have got the capacity to shout, they will be winning the race. Particularly in Kerala, that is the observation what I have made. Except for the last one year and a half, so much change has taken place. To you I would like to say, so learn some messages about Vedas, try to understand what is meant by Brahmanas, Try to understand what is meant by Aranyakas. Try to learn some Upanishad. Small Upanishads are there. Also very complicated, complex Upanishads are also there. But you can go through Ishavasya Upanishad, Kathopanishad, Kalisandharana Upanishad, Kena Upanishad. These are all small Upanishads. You can study within 1 or 2 days. You need not make it by heart, but try to learn it. And teach your children also. Teach others also. All these messages are given in YouTube. Just to go to YouTube and give Dr. N. Gopaleshan. You will get all these messages. We in Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage have got the website also, iish.org, iish.org. We have got continuously day running web TV also, www.iish.tv. You can go through the TV and you will be getting a lot of messages. We telecast messages in different languages daily from 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. daytime. Many messages in different languages are given. Many Indian cultural value based programs are telecasted in that one. And if you want to become a member of Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage, we have got a program now towards global reach, TGR, towards global reach. You make a small group, particularly using information technology, spread Indian values and messages. They are available in internet also. If you go to Google and search any of these messages that you would like to understand, study, then it is available. You need not depend upon each and every word given in Google search, because many people have uploaded based on their knowledge and based on their ignorance. But it will definitely give you some information. Scientifically, rationally, logically analyze that. Try to understand a little bit every day. Whatever you could learn, you teach others. Like that, let our heritage spread the world over. Now more than 1 billion Hindus are there in the world. It is our duty to teach the Muslims and Christians and the atheists world over. Because our culture is the only culture which prayed Loka Samasta Sugino Bhavantu. We have never prayed Bharatiyaha Samasta Sugino Bhavantu. Our prayer was not for Haindavaha Samasta Sugino Bhavantu. So learn. There should be Ichha Shakti for learning. The Ichha Shakti should be converted into Jnana Shakti. And then the Jnana Shakti should be converted into Kriya Shakti. So whatever you have learned, it should be taught to others also. Like that you can see learning, then teaching, practicing. It should be there continuously in our life. That is what is meant by towards global reach. TGR. Remember the word towards global reach. You send good emails to good people. Make them understand it. Try to protest as much as possible about conversion taking place all over India. It is our dharma to protect the dharma given to us by our forefathers. Even when India was under the foreign rule, India never faced such a torrential level of conversion done by 42 lakhs Christians. 2.5 lakhs missionaries are working in India for converting India fundamentally. And their ultimate aim, as told by a bishop, is that there should be the chanting of Bible, reading of Bible in Indian Parliament by 2020. They wanted to see that India is completely converted into a Christian land. My request to you, you learn as much as possible. Teach others about Indian heritage. And bring back those who have got converted and gone there. It is your duty to do that. Don't expect that RSS people will come or BJP will come or Vishwa Hindu Parishad people will come for protecting our dharma. It is our duty to protect our dharma. Just like it is our duty to protect our mother, our father, our children, our family. It's equally important that our dharma should also be protected. If we cannot do that, please don't think that others will come and protect our dharma, our motherland. These are all not the responsibility of others. It is our own responsibility. With these words, I would like to say the Vedas, some messages of Vedas, the Brahmanas, what is meant by Brahmana, the Aranyaka, what is meant by Aranyaka, a few books from Upanishad, something connected with the Shiksha Grantha. Then today I have explained to you about Nirukta. Learn something. Tomorrow we will be explaining about Vyakarana and so on. When I say yesterday, today and tomorrow, it meant only the recording date. It does not mean anything for you when you are listening these messages. It does not mean whether it is yesterday, today or tomorrow. Learn as much as possible, give to others, teach your children. It may be taking maximum half an hour to learn all these points. You need not make it by heart, just to understand and teach others. Thank you very much. My deep gratitude to you. Thanks a lot.